How to add a drop-down shadow for an image in Squarespace. Hey everyone and welcome. I hope you're all doing great. In this video I will show you step by step how to do so, because you can't really just do it straight away with an actual image. You will need to do something else behind it just so we can actually add the shadow. So let's just go and talk about it and show you exactly what to do. So just go in and log into your Squarespace. Obviously click on edit and open up your site editor. And then we would just need to find a place here where we can add an image. So I'm just going to add a section here in the middle and make it a blank section. Okay, so let's say we just want to add an image here, and then we can just go in and apply the drop down shadow for the actual image. So we can just click on add block, and then I'm just going to add an image. Let's say we just want to add this square one, for example, square purple. So now we want to add a drop down shadow for this specific image here. So what do we do? Because you can't really just access the settings for this. If you click on edit or something, you can't really find a drop down shadow option here. Even in design, you don't really have that option. So in that case, what we need to do is basically also be aware. I need to note something. You will need to be aware of the shape of the actual image, and you will see why in a sec. For example, if you did actually give it a corner radius for it and made it a little bit round-ish, it's actually going to matter, and you will see why in a sec. So for the time being, let's just go and keep it square, and we are good to go. So what we need to do now is just click on add block one more time, and we want to search for shape. Now here you will need to obviously get a proper shape that is suitable for the image that you have. So if you have an image like this, it's going to be a little bit tricky to work on that. If you want to change the shape, so for example, if you have a circular image, click on edit and then click on shape here, and you'll have the option to change it to a circle or different types of shapes here that you have. So anyways, I'm just going to stick with this because it's the shape of the actual image here. And I'm just going to try to line it up so it is exactly the size of the image. So we can just do that, and a little bit from here and a little bit from here. And it's not actually taking place. So let me just go and try to work my way around it. Okay, so if it's not fitting properly, then you will need to make the image itself larger so it is going to fit. So anyways, once you actually have it like this in this order, so all you need to do is just go ahead and click on the shape, click on edit, and then we basically scroll down until we find drop shadow. This is going to be available for the shape block. So click on that, and then you will find that we have a drop shadow. Now you can obviously change the angle for it. You can also change the distance for it and the blur. But let's just change the color first because it is going to be not suitable if it is yellow. So I'm just going to turn it to black here, and we can just go ahead and add blur to it. For example, we can increase or decrease the blur. We can increase or decrease the distance. It's completely up to you how you actually want to use this shadow. So I'm actually going to make it a little bit drastic so we can actually see it applied. Obviously, you would want to usually go for something more subtle, but this is just an example here. And we're pretty much good to go. Now, obviously, you can see that this is not shown. So all we need to do is just click on the shape one more time and move it backwards. And now we have our image with the drop-down shadow. Now, this little yellowish is because of the actual shadow itself. So we would want to, again, move it and make sure it is perfectly aligned and that the shadow is not so spread, if you get what I'm trying to say here. So it's going to be a little bit tricky, but it is not impossible. So try to play around with the shadow, spread, blur, all of these things, and obviously try to make it actually right on top of each other here. If not, then you can just go and make it smaller, and that's also going to work. So hopefully you found this video to be helpful, and thanks for watching.